Halloween is coming. Are you still trying to figure out what you want to be? Lucky for you, you can generate yourself as whatever kind of character just to see how it would look. Turn yourself into a footballer from your favorite team, a runway star, even an astronaut. The possibilities are endless. Head to the Promptus AI website today to check them all out. And let us know how it goes down in the comments below.